Okay, we bought this Camaro. I've done a few races since um since the last one, since the Ford GT. I also discovered something. All of my flight controls were, well, some of my flight controls were interfering with my Xbox controller. So, I had a series that was just absolutely terrible, and we're going to go to the lowest one we think we can win. So what I noticed was like in the corners it would turn and then it would like kind of almost straighten up like I was letting off the controls but I wasn't. And it's hard to do because I sometimes bump the stick. We're gonna try to start clean here. First corner clean. What? Oh, they're all veering over. I'm just trying to stay off the line so that I can avoid these guys for a minute. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That guy's going super slow. It's like they get off the line and they get confused and then they start going slow. Then they do that business. Ah, I hate the AI in this game. It's terrible. And I mean that. Like, it's terrible. I'm not even exaggerating. The AI is bad. I've seen worse, but um, when they're all on their own, they're usually okay when nothing's around them. But like, it's a race and it's meant to be action packed. Look at that. They're parking on the apex. See ya. And then he's gonna swerve over here even though I'm out. Uh, anyway, so yeah, like I was having issues with the controller, and I thought it was the game. Like I thought that the game was. I thought it was. Anyway, I went to the in cockpit view and saw the dude, like the driver, like moving the wheel, and so I just did one solid turn where I wasn't letting off the stick, and he would straighten up the wheel like repeatedly as I was going through the turn. Then he'd turn it back, and so the car was like weaving, and it just messed up all my corners. And I honestly thought that turn 10 had just ruined the Subaru BRZ. And anyway, I tried another controller. We're going to pass this guy easily coming into turn 1. Tried another controller. It was doing the same thing. Unplugged all my DCS flight controls and raced this bad boy in the practice lap. And it worked fine. Actually, no, I think I tested it out first on this Subaru, on the BRZ, and it raced so much better. So then I got this, and so far this thing's really fun to drive because my controller works right. So that's a win. We're just trying to, like, I'm gonna try to just wait for a good time to pass here and just stay close. This is a wide track. There should be plenty of opportunities to pass if I can just get good runs out of corners and things like that. I can move on to the inside. Oh, man. I blew that corner. I should probably get a penalty because I basically passed him and then went off track, which means that I carried more speed in there than I should have. Now we gotta be careful here. He's gonna brake, and he really shouldn't. Ooh, we might be able to stay on the track. Oh, thank you for the track limits, Forza Motorsport 8, because that was off track. All right, we've closed up on this guy. I like having a little bit of distance here on these fast corners where I can make up a lot of ground. I don't want to crash into them. So if we tighten this up just a little bit, we should be able to, yeah. Oh, he swerved over into me. I guess you could call that side draft. Maybe it's side draft effect that they've programmed in. All right, well out in the lead. And compulsory e-braking across the finish line.
Great race.
I don't usually watch these. I just thought I'd watch one. Okay. Second. Here we go. Not a fan. I think I've said that before. I'm not a fan of Homestead. I don't like it. Somebody's swerving out behind me. Don't know what's going on back there. This is going to be a nightmare. They're going to bounce off each other. Oh, ow. It was almost not as bad as I expected it to be, but then it all of a sudden got worse. This gray car's in a hurry behind me. I understand. I get it, dude. I really understand. Because this parking lot in front of us is just slow. We got people hitting their brakes on straights. And then they slow down too much. I'm about over it, man. I ain't got time for this. Look at them. They're up there hitting their brakes. There's nobody in front of them. They can take that corner at full power. Or nearly so. You don't need your brakes on a lot of these. Why does the AI hit their brakes when they don't need to? I really don't care if I smash it. And I'm not going to get penalties anyway, so if I do, I'll deal with it. Oh my gosh, what? What is that? Because meanwhile, like the main problem with it is, okay, and I'm going to talk about this at some point. I'm going to do like a review, and I'm going to talk about this. But the problem I have with these games is they pretend that they're ultra realistic games, and they're not. Now, Forza, I would say, is probably the best and most approachable game in car racing. It's not a simulator, and I don't know that it has the capacity to be a simulator. I thought the first Forza was really, really good. When I first started playing Forza, I'd been playing Gran Turismo, and Gran Turismo is difficult. And Forza, I felt like had some difficulty, and you could kind of dial your own difficulty in, but it was also approachable. I still think that that's true. I think that Forza is the most approachable car racing game on the market. Ooh. We're gonna let that guy go back by. Okay, so that might have worked, where like I let him go by immediately, so I didn't get a penalty, maybe. Anyway, I don't know. So Forza is really, really good in that respect, but they really need to clean up the AI and the way the AI drives. Especially, it's 2023. Like, this is the newest version of Forza, so it should be pretty darn good. And I'm just like destroying these turns. I'm in too much of a hurry and not thinking about the race enough, I guess. So anyway, but like, it's just a problem because as you're fighting stupid AI that are confused with each other in P10, Ps 1, 2, and 3 are just taken off because they're up there. And now that's somewhat realistic. There's some amount of realism to that, but in a real race where everybody's, a pretty decent driver, and everybody's knows their braking points and knows where to accelerate out of the apex and stuff like that. Like, the cars are going to flow pretty well. There's not going to be too many like absolute traffic jams. Um, I really am not braking right for that corner, obviously. I slid off last time, and then I smashed into him this time. Now he's just hitting his brakes randomly. I guess he's brake checking me? Wouldn't surprise me if they programmed brake checks in. As if you'd ever want to brake check in a race. We're going to get him on the inside of the hairpin, though. He's going to try to... Yeah, no, like, I'm on the racing line. You can get bent. Alright, caught up to this guy. We're going to try not to smash him. But we should be able to pass him here. And done. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get around this guy. Been slowly closing the gap, but it's just not gonna happen. That's okay. Even though it was the AI's fault.
Great work. P2.
Okay. I maybe should have gone for like 24th because I think I could do it. I just never know how crazy the AI is gonna be. See, why does he swerve into me? That wouldn't have been side draft. You can just get over on the wall. I'm not putting up with it. I guess they want it to be a little bit like stock car racing at the start or something, like old school stock car racing for sure. Somehow I managed to get through there without any problem. He hit his brakes for no reason. There was nobody in front of him. He was going a good speed. I can't believe I wove through there with only that much. They are like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to not go off the track. Look at that. Like, what are they doing? It's just absolute bumper cars up in there, and I'm gonna complain about this every time, just constantly. Get ready. And that's what kind of what I was saying during the last race is like they need to spend some more time getting the AI to race more realistically, because like I like the penalty system. It's not really all that well implemented, I don't think, but I like the idea of it. But until you make the AI not suck whenever they're in a bunch, then the penalties are just kind of like, because I've had penalties assessed to me when another car came out of nowhere and just smashed me, and somehow I'm getting a penalty. Like I've had cars shove me off the track and then I get an off-track penalty at a place where you can't even get an advantage by going off track. So like the off track penalties aren't even very good. Like I've cut corners on some where I got a very distinct racing advantage, no penalty, and then and then in other areas, like that's a racing advantage. Okay, good. I got a warning. That's fantastic. I accept that. Um, but there have been other times where I've just absolutely cut a corner, no penalty, no warning, and then I've flown off the outside of a corner that actually slowed me down and made my race harder, and then got a time penalty. It's like, what? It's just the penalty system needs cleaned up and the AI needs really cleaned up. So here, this shouldn't be too bad because this guy's not got anybody around him but me. It's always tricky because you catch up to them about the time that they want to come across. And if you're not fully alongside of them, you can't really expect them to know you're there and to not come across. Like my understanding of the rules is if you're not fully alongside them at a time when they're moving across, then there's an incident. It's kind of your fault. Here's another one that's going to be fun because this guy's going really slow. Ooh, I slowed myself down too much. We're just going to push him faster. Need to slow down a little bit more to make sure I stay on the line, get back on and stay on the line. So okay, I can usually get a decent amount of split differential here, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm currently racing on level 5 difficulty. I'm going to keep trying to work it up once I got the controller situation fixed. I was able to bump it. I actually took it down to the controller situation was getting worse and worse and worse because I started playing the game on 4 and was doing okay, and then I bumped it up to 5 and I couldn't win to save my life. So I ran it back down, and we're just gonna push him out of the way because I'm tired of these guys. Ooh, we almost came back. Never mind. You can take it. We'll try to pass you up here. Um, but anyway, I'm back up to 5 now. I worked my way down to 3, back up to 5. We're gonna keep trying to improve our racing ability in this game, and I'm gonna get less and less concerned about smashing into cars because I just am. Okay, this has been a fairly good race, other than the initial. It's hard to pass. It's hard to pass. There's only a couple places I can usually pass, this being one of them. Now in Forza 7, I couldn't pass here very often because I was on the hardest difficulty, and the cars would just rocket out of the last corner, and I could never catch them. But anyway, all right. There we go. Winning.
Well done. We finished P1.
Oh man. I'm usually good at Maple Valley. I mess this track up sometimes, but we'll see what we can do. And I know I said last race that I'm not going to care about smashing into cars, but I am still going to try to race somewhat decently. I don't want to smash into other cars, but I'm going to get a little less patient, I think, and when they're being stupid, I'm going to just give it to them. Give them the business. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them the business. Oh, a half a second penalty? Okay. Yeah, no. That was a racing incident. This guy, you touch him and they're like, oh my gosh, what do? I gotta go slow. All right. No penalty for that one. That was way worse. Look at them all hitting their brakes. Get out of the way. I'm done with you guys. I got a half a second penalty I gotta deal with. For just a little bitty, like that kind of incident happens every race because the AI is dumb, and it happens. The other thing about the AI that really burns me, and I will talk about this again later whenever I finally do a review. Well, stuff like that bothers me when they hit their brakes for no reason. But now I lost my train of thought. I really lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'll remember it eventually. Anybody that's still watching this video is probably like, thank goodness he forgot what he was going to gripe about. Let's talk about something cool, something good, something non-negative. I really like the foliage in this racetrack. I wish that, I think I've mentioned this in a previous video, but I wish they had the old covered bridge from Forza Motorsport 7 on Maple Valley, but I do like it. They've changed those fields over there a little bit, I think, and we're going to sneak right around this guy, and that puts us on the inside of this corner, and he can just go get in the sand. Go play in the sand, bro. Oh, he managed to make that corner. Don't know how. I would have been off in the sand. The profile of this corner seems a little different. I used to take it full out, no problem, no sliding. But now I have to be careful with how I take that one. But Maple Valley, I didn't play Forza 2 or 3 Motorsport, that is. And I don't think I played 4. I mean, I played a little bit of either 2 or 3, but I didn't own the game, and I didn't race it that much. I just raced it a little bit. And I don't remember much about it, but I played the heck out of some Forza the first. And then I played a lot of Forza 5, and then even more Forza 6, and then even more Forza 7. Maple Valley's been with us, and I like Maple Valley. It's just a fun track. Oh, that was off track. Alright, we should... Ooh, he saw me. Okay. I wasn't trying to, like, impact him or anything, but... Let's see. Oh, dang. I'm not going to make that corner. Oh. I'm not going to rewind. I deserve to get past. Oh, what? I guess that guy was worried about me. He had his brakes to check on me. That was weird. Alright. I think we can get first. If I'm careful with this corner, we should be able to pass him. Get into P1. Oh, man, I almost messed that up.
Final lap. You got this.
There we go. One more time. We're going to take it a little bit easier this time, make sure we don't wipe out. And D-brake. Ooh, I got some distance on that one.
Nicely done. P1.
Start 20th. I'm not really a fan of Indianapolis. I know, like, some people are going to hate that. It's obviously it's an iconic track. It's got a lot of history. Not a fan. This road course isn't terrible, but it's also not like that great of a road course. It's just kind of like, it's kind of uninspiring. Oh boy. That guy came out of nowhere, and then all kinds of chaos broke loose. We've worked our way up into 10th thanks to bad AI. That guy's going to park, and we're going to tell him why he shouldn't have. And then these guys are just slow. I didn't think I could fit between there. Woo! Get the inside of this corner. We got that job done. There's no way he's coming back. Oh, never mind. He's going to try to spin us out. Pit maneuvers. He can go for a walk in the sand. He's going to rejoin. This guy's going to catch back up. It's all falling apart. He knocked me off my corner, messed me up. Everything's going haywire. We got out of that. Now we got to chase down second place. Got the sun in our eyes. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't tell where to turn. Oh, there it is. Okay. That worked out. I think that's west. I think the sun's going to be going down. That'll be cool. Okay, we are closing. Sun's definitely going down. Let's say something else positive about this game. The atmospheric effects are pretty top notch. They're pretty good. It's a good looking game. And on this difficulty level, I should be able to pass right here. Or at least get close.
3 more.
Yeah. And once again, I'm close enough. We'll get to this pit straight, home straight, whatever you want to call it. I should be able to get up alongside him here. I do like Indianapolis better than Homestead. I hate Homestead. Sorry, anybody that lives in Miami that likes Homestead. Alright, first place is done. Here we go. This will be the final checkered flag probably for this car. Oof. Well, thanks for watching. Happy driving, and I will see you guys in the next video.